Today on the Quarter Hour Podcast, we're doing an old school air check, just like at midday on a Friday afternoon when the boss would call you into the office and say, Liam, can we have a quick chat? Sure, Mike Perso, what do you have in mind? Except this one's a lot less awkward, painful, and won't leave you with any permanent scars. Hi, welcome to the Quarter Hour Podcast. I'm your host, Liam Renton, and along with Wade Kingsley, we love talking all things radio. Now, as former PDs, we've done hundreds, possibly thousands of air checks in our time, and today we've chosen a random show we think's doing really great work. We've listened to a couple of their breaks, we've made some top-line notes, we've added a couple of possible suggestions on how they could have elevated or extended their content, and for young players, we'll offer some advice on what you could do to develop your own style. So in the spirit of congratulating, elevating and celebrating great work, let's do today's random Aussie air check.
It's i98.
Damn fine, we've got to the bottom of it. I love this community.
You know what? Just
it.
kicking it off with the dead dog in the morning. Why not?
Happy Thursday.
So what do content directors look for in air checks? Well, the process is quite simple. We literally listen back to a break you've done on air, either on your own or in a duo. And once it's aired, that is. So there's no redo option here. Once it goes to air, warts and all, we listen back to it. No other job I can think of has a critique process quite like a radio air check, where you're accountable for every single thing you do, say, act or react during your on-air shift. Now, it can seem brutal to others outside of radio, but I think the air check's actually quite positive. It's reflective, it can be encouraging, can help you improve, to tweak, even acknowledge the wins and maybe the losses, and help train you to become the best possible broadcaster you can be. So as a baseline guide, when we do air checks on the Quarter Hour Podcast, here's what we'll be looking for when we conduct these random radio air checks. Firstly, sound, tone, pace and vibe. So are you an easy listen? Can I follow along? Can I understand you? Do you sound warm? Are you inviting and engaging? Am I in on the joke? Do I get what you're talking about? Or do I feel like an outsider? Your content is always going to be key. So is what you're saying relevant? Is it interesting? Who cares? Does anybody care? Or are you just bringing me a rip and read story from the odd spot in the paper? Or is it a story from the moon? Is it memorable? Does it make me feel something? All those things are important when doing an air check. Then what elements do you have in the break? The breaks come in stages. Basic break, two people just talking together. Then you might want to add some staging, some song hooks, a news grab, sound effect for showbiz and effect, and then we can add a caller or an expert for outside input. Then we can extend it. We might find a link to making a story arc or turning it into a decent phone topic. We can bust it to a song parody, maybe an internet meme to the point it's so good that people in other media are talking about the break you just did. Like Girl Math, for example, on New Zealand radio, which started out as one idea, became a break, became a phone topic, became a benchmark, became a meme, and is now used worldwide. So today we are air checking Christian and Bella from i98 in Wollongong. Now these guys are a great team. They've got excellent chemistry. There's a lot of likability. I can see they're super hardworking. They do a lot of extra stuff outside the studio, like for tomorrow's show and for their socials. So we're going to play a couple of breaks, slightly edited, to give you a general vibe, and we'll follow up with some raw comments like you'd hear in your own air check. And let's see if we have the same opinions on the following breaks. Okay, this first break went to air straight out of the 6 o'clock news. It was their show opener. Have a listen.
Christian and Bella for breakfast
on I98. Move your butt.
Good morning and welcome to Thursday. You're with Christian and Bella. Oh.
Guys, I had a sad morning.
I had a sad morning too. What did you have a sad morning?
You know how we always drive to work up from Fig Tree Grove and that way?
Yeah. And you bounce over the speed bumps like it's a roller coaster ride.
A man always walks his two dogs. Same time, every time.
Oh, yeah.
Did you notice this morning?
No.
He only had one dog.
Oh. No.
And he's always had two dogs. And I was like, oh my God, the dog's dead.
Well, how do you know he's dead?
He's dead.
Could just
Maybe
be
he
at home.
wasn't up for a walk this morning.
No, Nemma, I've been here for 5 years, every morning. Oh, and he looked sad, and the other dog had its head down. I was just like,
You just jumped to conclusions, eh? Maybe he lent it to his friend because his friend was lonely.
No.
Maybe it's something nice like
That's
that.
silly.
She's like, borrow my dog.
No. I'll pull over and ask him.
Yeah, do it. Record it.
That'll be creepy.
Oh, yeah, that does sound so. Why was your morning sad?
As soon as I got out of the bedroom, stubbed my toe on the way to the bathroom, and I was like, ugh. And then I got up, got in the shower, hot water wasn't working. And I was like, what the hell? So then I went outside, and I flicked the hot water back, and then I just stood there waiting for it to warm up with my hand under the thing. And I was like, this is such, fully nude. Not a good start for the day.
This is a phone call. This could be the guy with the dog.
Is it the guy?
Let's come back.
Let's
We'll
come
see
back
what
and
this
check
phone
if that's
call
the guy
is,
with the
'cause this
dead
could
dog.
be the... Shh, don't say that.
You said it.
The dog might have passed. Should we take it, Jessica? We'll come back.
Okay, we're going to come back. We'll come back. All right,
Okay.
stick around. This could be the guy with the
This
dog.
could be the guy with the dog.
It's I98.
Terrifying. We've got to the bottom of it. I love this community.
You know what?
love
Just
it. Oh.
kicking it off with the dead dog in the morning. Why not?
Happy Thursday.
It's I98.
Right off the back, I just love the production. The show just sounds vibey. They've got some showbiz about it. I love the opening intro. I love the localism of Victory Road, the visuals of the speed bumps, like everyone can relate to that. Yeah, I've driven down that road. I love the drama already, top of the show, of the guy missing his dog. Great local content. Just nice personality differences between both of them. Bella leaning in on the extreme, and Christian is calm and more disciplined. And I love the brainstorming they're having of meeting this guy. Like, they're talking out loud. I felt it was a little distracted with Christian then telling me a story about his toe when I was already invested in Bella's story. So, guys, don't feel like you have to both tell a story in the same break. The show is not a competition. It doesn't need to be a she said, he said type of show. So I would have lent him more on Bella's excellent local story. The adage of 1 point per break is somewhat relevant in this break. So we're already talking about Bella's story. We didn't need Christian's on top of that. No forward teasing of any major events coming up in the show. We don't need a shopping list of events, but it was the start of the show, so maybe a simple, coming up after 8, we're doing X, Y, Z. It was a nice break. It was super local. It was super relatable. It gave me a bit of early morning drama. So how could they have elevated it? Maybe some staging in the middle of the break. A basic song hook like Who Let the Dogs Out, or some sort of dog tune to set the tone. A dog sound effect would have added some layers to the sound of the break. Bella, you should have most definitely stopped your car and asked that guy the question, where's the other dog? I mean, people will know him and would have been invested in that. And moving forward, this definitely has to become like a CSI Wollongong investigation. Find him. Find out about the dog. Has the dog passed away? If the dog has, Wollongong, we're now buying him a brand new dog. Do a fund me, ring the local pound, get him on, whatever you have to do, but follow that story arc through. It was a good break. Heaps of potential, and maybe make a nice arc out of it. All right, break 2, 7:15am on the same day.
And welcome to I98. You are with Christian and Bella for breakfast. And after 8 o'clock, we are going to be talking about our P's test that we sat again yesterday because Belle's is training her little sister to drive. And so maybe we should go for a P's test. And we did it yesterday. Find out whether we passed or not after 8.
I've been scammed. I'm talking face to face.
Old school.
Old school scam.
I'm into it, to
Old
be
school
honest.
scam.
Vintage scam.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, I said, my friend's had a milestone birthday. She has this beautiful house, and it's a historic house. And she's all about history. Like, she's a history teacher. That's how we met. She was a teacher. Have I told you I was a teacher?
Yep, you've mentioned that
Yeah.
a few times.
I used
I
to
haven't
teach.
heard. Tell me more about it.
I used to teach
Oh, tell us,
drama
please.
and English. I got an article from that house, and then I got it framed. I went to a framing person. I needed to be big and thick. We picked the frame, and then charges me on the spot.
What? How much?
$280.
That's too much. That is
For a
too.
frame.
You can go to Office Works
I can
and get a
go
frame and just put it in yourself.
$2, right? But this is going to be a big, large,
Worth it.
beautiful frame, mantelpiece.
You know what
frame.
I add to this? A bit of picture frame music.
Please.
Oh,
There you go.
that's good.
I love this.
This is nice.
So I get the message, hey, it's ready to be picked up. I'm like, yep, okay, let's go. I walk into this picture frame place.
What the hell is that? What's
It
going
looks
on
like
there?
a plaque at a doctor's office.
That looks like one of the plaques you stop to read along the Yass River or something.
Yeah, it actually does. It really does. Hang on. Can I have a look at me?
Look at it.
no.
It's tiny. It's the thinnest frame. It looks like
And the
I
colouring
did it.
on the outside doesn't match the
It's-
colouring on the
no,
inside.
No, and that's not what I agreed to.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'd be pissed
And
if I were you.
He had a big, massive, thick frame, big and thick. I went for big and thick.
Loves big and thick and wood. Big, woody, big and thick.
That's what if he gave me a big, thick wood, everyone would have been happy.
Well, you would have been, that's for sure.
Where are you putting that? You putting,
Yeah.
That's going straight in the bin. And
No, that's going on the back of the toilet door, is where that is. Happy freaking
Yep.
birthday. He had a big, massive, thick frame, big and thick.
big and thick.
Yeah, sounding really good, guys. Really nice teasing for the P's test coming up. Excellent appointment setting. Piqued my interest. I knew I had to tune in just after 8 to find out more. I love the running gag that Bella was a teacher. Didn't know that, but felt like I was instantly part of the gag because she's got good tongue-in-cheek there. Picture framing, getting scammed story. Okay, good staging with the Pictures of You song. I love that. It added to the break. Good description, good chat, fun innuendo, good personal story. What I love is self-made content. No one else on the radio on that day could tell that particular story. It did lack a little bit of pizzazz. It was a really good story, but in essence, Bella got something framed and she didn't like it. So you'd have to work pretty hard to elevate it and make it bigger than Ben-Hur. Kind of petered out a little at the end, so no real ending, but a nice delivery that left me wanting more. So how do we elevate it? A basic break like that. Well, Christian, Bella needs to ring that guy live on the air and confront him with her disappointment. Like a tease, maybe saying, well, you need to call him, would definitely keep me listening longer. Definitely needed some forced drama. Don't just leave it at the story. Find a way to elevate that story. I mean, Bella's reaction and embarrassment to confronting the guy would have been compelling radio. Get suggestions on what Bella could now do with this piece of art that she doesn't want. Does she keep it? Does she hide it? Does she give it to the friend? Does she burn it? You could burn it live on air. You could have a ceremonial farewell. But I love the fact that you were telling stories, and it piqued my interest. All right, next break, 7:45 in the morning, and they're doing just a fun little comp that you can play along with.
You are with Christian and Bella for breakfast. We're only getting the tops of 18 degrees today, so it's going to stay cool.
Jo Abbey is the consumer reporter at 9.com.au, and she was joining us and telling us how we can save at the checkout. But this happened this morning. So sorry, I'm sick with my daughter's flu, going back to bed. I'm so sorry. I've had to step in, guys.
Good.
And teach the Illawarra how to save at the checkout and play The Price is Wrong.
The price is wrong.
So if you haven't heard us play this before, it's just one person guesses how much things are going to cost in a supermarket.
Yes.
But the big thing is they're finding that people are going from traditional supermarkets to the cheaper ones, right? So that's probably what Jo was going to be talking about today.
She was going to be talking about that, and she was going to say, where the best place to shop is. And this is for your essential item. Okay, so this is around the Illawarra. Where do you think the cheapest milk is, McHugh? Now think of the 4 big supermarkets. You've got Aldi,
so
Coles,
Coles,
IGA and Woolworths. So,
it's going to be Aldi, right?
The milk is like the home brand sort of style equivalent.
I'm going to say for milk, Aldi.
Aldi is the cheapest, sir, at $3.55. Coles coming in second, $4. IGA is cheaper than Woolies.
Is this for 2
The
litres?
milk, yes.
IGA is cheaper than Woolies.
Yeah, so IGA is $4.60. Woolies at the moment is $4.65. Just reading
I have a
off.
friend who used to stack the shelves back in the day. He then went on to play for the Dragons. Dan Hunt. Hello, Dan. But he used to stack the shelves. Maybe we could call him.
Give him a call.
He might know
He could
because
tell
he
you the
stacked the shelves
prices.
in the early noughties.
Okay, eggs. This is the last one. Eggs.
Would Aldi be? Because I feel like they bring everything from Sweden for some reason. I know they don't, but I'm going to go Aldi
Aldi's
again.
the cheapest.
Again.
$5.99. Woolies comes second for that. The eggs, carton of eggs, $6.20. Coles at $6.50.
So this just sounded like a giant ad for Aldi.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've never been to Aldi. It's 40% cheaper.
No, I took
than
you once,
IGA.
remember? I took you once. And we got scared because it was the first time we ever went. Pack the bags.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
don't throw the stuff at
true,
us.
no.
It scares us.
It's scary.
You know what to do. Also, stop putting canned fish next to camping chairs. It's very confusing.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, really good replay of previous content. Like, well done on getting a grab from the show earlier when Jo Abbey didn't show up because her kid was sick. You've edited it mid-show and whacked it in the show, which is just excellent production work, excellent elevation, really good work. I love the showbiz factor. Great imaging, fun segment, super local. I love all the mentions of local shops and local milk and great use of sound effects. So some really excellent staging and some layered audio there, which I love. Great mention of local Dragons players. Really good play-along factor. Like anyone can play. Like people will be answering those questions in their car. It's fun. It's simple. It's nice back and forth. Again, just super local, which is so important. And I just love the banter. Like, it's not groundbreaking, but it is content nonetheless. And it was last-minute content. You had up your sleeve when another break pulled out. And the rave about Aldi being a scary place was also like a super relatable part. How do you extend it? Maybe you do a phoner on the weirdest or best buy you found at Aldi. I mean, I once found a boat winch. Who can do better than the boat winch? Yep, I found a violin in aisle 2. Everyone loves an Aldi buy, but a really fun local break. Well done. So overall, like, I like them. These guys are good. They're warm, they're fun, they're funny, their breaks are down to earth, they're self-deprecating. They just ooze Wollongong. Like, they have content, they've got breaks, they've got different types of breaks, so like a variety of content. They clearly like each other. There's just a warmth about them that I really like. It makes you want to hear more. Just really well done, guys. A nice sounding morning. You're doing stuff. You're creating a show. You're putting in the hard yards, and we can certainly hear it. You're giving me a variety of content. You're adding layers of sound and audio, and you're just giving me like a really good listening experience. So in the spirit of congratulating, elevating, and celebrating great radio, we hope you enjoyed listening along to Christian and Bella's AirCheck from i98. Well done, guys. I really loved what I heard today. It was a really good couple of breaks and sounded like a great show. If you want us to air check your show, email us some breaks. We'll be honest, but remember, we are not here to criticise. We love radio. We may be able to help tweak, fine-tune, extend, or elevate the great breaks you're already doing. And please join us again soon for another episode of the Quarter Hour Podcast.